Section 5.2 is on exponent rules. So we have a couple different rules that we need to talk about. The first is the product rule, and that is when you multiply like bases, you need to add the exponents. So x to the 3 times x squared is x to the 5th. And it works the same with regular numbers. 3 squared times 3 to the 5th is 3 to the 7th. So you just copy the base and add the exponents. I mean, this really works because if you have x cubed times x squared, another way of writing x cubed is x times x times x, and another way of writing x squared is x times x. And if you multiply these together, how many do we have? We have 5, so that is how we get x to the 5th. Quotient rule, when dividing like bases, you want to subtract the exponents. So x to the 3 over x squared, these get subtracted. 3 minus 2 is 1. There's just a 1 left on the bottom, but you don't need to put that, so you can just write this as x. If you have the 3 on the bottom, then you would do 2 minus 3 and get x to the 1. You do need to keep the 1 on top because otherwise how can we express it as a fraction? So also if we have x to the 3 over x to the 5, it's going to be 1 over x squared because 5 minus 3 is 2. So your final answer is, like always, anchored where the bigger number is. So you always want to do 5 minus 3 here, and you wouldn't want to do 3 minus 5 and get a negative 2 because we'll see in a little bit that we're not supposed to have negative exponents. So on these fraction ones with the subtraction, always take the bigger number minus the smaller number. The reason why this works is because if you have x times x times x times x, let's do an x to the 5, let's do x to the 6, and over x squared, let's go x times x. By subtracting them, you're really canceling out the ones here. So this would be like if you have x to the 6 over x squared. And that leaves you with x to the 4th. So that's really why the subtraction works. Raising a power to a power, you want to multiply the exponents. So x cubed squared, or x to the 3 raised to the 2, you want to multiply those to get x to the 6. And the exponent can apply to both of them, or everything within parentheses. One thing to be careful about is if you have a regular number, you want to do 3 squared. You don't want to do 3 times 2. Well, for the exponent you want to do 3 times 2. So this 2 times the 3 for the exponent gives you a 6. But the 2 with the 3, that'll be a 3 squared, which is 9. So that can be kind of easy to mess up. The reason why this rule works is because if you have x cubed squared, it would be like when something's squared, you write it twice. So this would be x3 times x3, and if you wanted to expand that out, you could, and you would get 6. Okay, the 0 exponent rule, when raising to the 0 power, the answer is 1. And this is really anything. So x to the 0 is 1, 99 to the 0 is 1, a bunch of variables to the 0 is 1. Whatever it is, it just becomes 1. The negative exponent rule, if an exponent is negative on the numerator, we're not supposed to have negative exponents. So to get rid of them, if it's on the numerator, you need to move it to the denominator. And then make it positive. Now if it starts out on the denominator and it's negative, then you would move it to the numerator and make it positive. So wherever it is, if it's negative, move it to the other side, or I should say, other part of the fraction, and then change it to a positive. So here we have x to the negative fourth. Moving it down to the basement, make it positive. If it's in the basement and it's negative, move it upstairs and make it positive. We can have more than one here, so you would move this one down here and this one up here. If it's already positive, you don't need to move it. So that's kind of a very quick overview of all of our rules, and we're going to now look at a lot more examples for each rule. So it'll be a while before we get back to the negative exponent rule. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, and 3. I'm really multiplying these numbers here, or I should say these variables. So when you multiply, you want to add the exponents. So 8 plus 12 is 20. Z to the 16 times z to the 10, you're multiplying like bases, so you want to add the exponents. So this would be z to the 26. 3, we have 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 4. These are like bases. So you copy the base 2, add the exponents, and that's 7. And then if you actually type out 2 raised to the 7th, then you get 128 as your answer.